Okay, students, today we will just generate histogram for displaying the number of students having the same weights. Okay, to plot this histogram, we have to take help of this particular code. Okay, so the thing is that the code has already been generated. Here you can see the students data has been taken in a students form in the students list, and plt.hist is actually showing the first argument is for students data, beans is the interval, weight is the and that is actually the how many students are there in each category, and edge color is green, and plt.show, as you know, that displaying the chart. Now in the above program, the histogram shall display the number of students lying in the same weight range. All right, by inputting the student data as students, and to plot this data set, we have taken the hist function, and the first argument passed to hist function, that is the position of xy. This is the first one, that is the position of xy, these two. All right, and the but the value of weight of each student shall be displayed, and the second argument calculates the bin. This is the interval actually, and the third argument holds the respective weights. The one thing is to be kept in mind that the number of coordinates, that is the first argument, must match with the third argument. That is the first argument must match with the third argument, and the 6 and 6 both. And here the edge color has been given the attribute, that is the green. That is the what the bars will be formed, its edge will be green, and the chart to be plotted, the histogram to be plotted. Okay, so the thing is that let us see once by execution of this one. Now you see clearly what is happening. Okay, let the rush histogram. Yes, this histogram has been appeared over here. Actually, you know, the by default, if you are not putting any color to it, we then it will be drawing it into blue color. That is the default. That is the default. All right. So the default color will be always blue color. That's why it is appearing in blue. And you can see now to check the things and all. Okay, 0 to 10, then 20. Okay, then 10 to 20 is how much? That is 10. And then 45 has come over here. Then 33 has come over here a little bit below. And then 6 and 8 uh, respectively. Okay, into the 50 and 60 range. Okay, 40 to 50 range is 6, and then 50 to 60 range is 8. All right, that is the thing. So this is that histogram done. This very easy program to do for you all. Only you need to remember the hist method and the number of arguments you are passing through the hist command. All right, hist function, I mean. All right, now see a little bit improvised version of this one is that how can you modify the ranges and all. So that particular thing is that now we will come to that particular coding. Now you see in this program what happened. I have not kept any data for this particular 40 to 50 range, because I want to drop this 40 to 50 range. And so what I have done, I have given out here both the coordinates as 15 and 15. So no data will be there for the range of 50. And you see now how the histogram has been formed. Just watch once. As it is observed from the output, let me close it. Wait. Uh, huh. As it is observed from the output, you see out here 40 and 50, there is nothing. Okay, so the thing is that there is no value for 40 and 50. This is because in the source code we have placed two values as 15 for the coordinates. So like you can see out here, that is the 14 15 two values in the coordinates at interval 40 to 50. Nobody is displayed because we have not mentioned the position from 40 to 50 in the first argument list. First argument list 40 to 50 position, there is nothing we have put out here. That's showing 15 and 15 out here. And whereas in interval 10 to 20, width is being displayed as 16. You watch here, it has been 10 to 20 range, it has been 16. Now from where this data has come, actually what is happening, when we have given the 15 and 15 in two ranges, then this particular 6 category, okay, has been added over here. That means 10 plus 6 16 it has become, and this particular thing has been generated. You can see just it is above the 15 and it is showing out here 16. That's the thing has happened. So what is happening, because of this thing, 15 is twice in the argument, the both the things has been added, and here it has become blank, and here the total 16 has been added, means that both the numbers has been added over there. Okay, 10 plus 6 16. So in this way you can drop, and the respective range may be added if it is given in the histogram, and the histogram will be formed. So in this way we can modify the histogram. All right, we can modify. You can see out here how this is to be done. So simply what is happening, as the range there is no 40 and 50 category, no data has been given in that particular coordinate. Then what is happening, 10 plus 6 16 has been 10 plus 6, both the things has been added and has been plotted in the interval 10 to 20, and as a result 40 and 50 has become blank. All right, so now we will go another program. We will how to change the look of the histogram, because we sometimes the blue color all the time it is appearing. It should not be like that. So what we do is there in the next histogram program. So you see the things, all the programs that have been displayed out here I am explaining you, and you must implement it practically, so then you will understand the effect. All right, so here the thing is that we have added one numpy data out here. Numpy, I don't think so numpy is required out here, but I have given. Okay, import matplotlib pyplot as plt. So let us see once, just we will remove this numpy. This numpy is not more required out here. So what we do, import matplotlib, you know it is, and the student data has been taken. This that is just the coordinate. You can take in any coordinate and on one position, 11 position whatsoever. Okay, this is the first argument, that is the student data. This is the interval, this is the weights. Okay, and face color is equals to this attribute is very important. Face color means it is actually says that here we are passing y as the face color. It means yellow color to be displayed in the bars with edge in red in color. Okay, edges will be red, face will be yellow instead of blue, and then edge color will be red. And rest of the comments you know as well, you are already aware of this one. plt.title, it will showing just the display of the title. This is a multi-line title, that's why slash n has been given, because to break it on the histogram font. Then at the below it will come students data, and x level is value and y level is frequency. And here one important command has been used, that is called save fig, means save the figure, means whatever graph will be formed automatically it will be saved with this command, save figure histogram.5.png. And where it will be saved, it will be saved in your working directory. Wherever you are working, that particular directory, this particular figure will be saved. If you go to the directory, you will be able to see that particular diagram, because so otherwise we have to save it separately. So today you have got a new command, so I'm writing out here. What is the purpose? Purpose is to save the figure in current working directory. Direct and the folder also you can write. You can write folder. All right, that is the saving. Fine. So this that type of comments you should know. Otherwise, what you have to have, what the graph you have created, it will not be saved. Okay. So if you want to save it from the program itself, you can give the savefig command. All right. So now we are just executing this program and see the output, nature of output, how it looks like. Now you see. Yeah, this has appeared. Okay, so this closing this window and just bringing this one out here. Okay, now you see the face color has become yellow, can well understandable. A little bit greenish thing is that depends upon the color code of your monitors and all. Okay, and this is the one, and this particular thing you can see 0 to 10 and all. So how many are there? Exact 10 is there, then 10 to 20, you can say 1, then that particular range nothing, 0 has been given, 33 has been given as well. You can understand what is data. Now one thing is important that I want to show you, that where this particular thing has been shown. So you can, in the type box, you can give this file name what you have, under what you have saved, that is called histogram5.png. Let us come and type in the save box. So let us see, just a minute, histogram5.png. So I type out here histogram5.png. So it will show me the best match. So then right click on it and then open file location. Okay, where it is, you will see, yes, the my working directory is numpy programs, you can see out here. And here if you take out here, just type h, so it will be taken to the histogram .png, histogram 5.png, it is there. Okay, just a minute, uh, it's showing out here. here you can see this is the histogram png. All right, this is the file. As I was showing you the working directory we are talking about, so that this is the appearing in the talking in the directory that is called NumPy programs directory. And if from here, if you want to display this particular thing, as in the, you can open also by just double clicking on it, or by pressing enter. Simply it will be opened in the current software that can show you the image. All right, so it can be appearing the same histogram for you that you had seen over there. The same histogram has been saved in the working directory, and it is clearly showing you the function of savefig command that has been used in a NumPy program. So the same thing you have seen over there, and you can see out here also the same thing. All right, so both the things are identical. Okay, so here it is program output, and at the same time it has been saved also in the working directory. Understood? So that is the purpose of the savefig command. Okay, today we have learned a new command that is called savefig, and please apply it in your practical. Thank you.